on there, right? Do you see the bottom one? Take this.
All that's included in this like video equipment, all this other extra shit.
Alright, but we finna get into this video.
Alright. After 15 minutes. Okay. Now we're starting. What up, gang?
What's up, y'all? It's SirDiamond. I got my boy. Bro, I always call you Damon. It's Damon.
It's Damon.
It's Damon.
It's actually, anybody that really know me is Day. Niggas call me.
I call you Day.
Yeah, I'm like Day.
Because I'm going to say Damon.
Yeah. Call me
but
Day,
you want to
bro.
know what's funny about Damon? When I was a girl and people, like, and I was very masculine and wearing dudes' clothes, they called me Damon.
For real?
Or, yeah, because my name was Diamond, so they would try to make a boy name out of my name. They were like, yeah, he Damon.
That's crazy.
They would call me
They
that.
call me Damon, bro.
They called you Diamond?
No, nigga.
Oh.
Nah.
Alright, so it's Day.
Yeah, Day.
But his real name is pronounced Damon.
Damon. Yeah.
Why you go with that?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I was 15, right? I just woke up. I remember before I even got that name, I had an ex-girlfriend. Obviously, that was my girlfriend at the time. She told me my name should be Tristan. I went with Tristan for a little bit, and I'm like, yo, do I look like a Tristan, y'all niggas? I ain't gonna hold you. I don't look like no Tristan.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, I woke up and I said, my name is Damon.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, my granddad, I did not think about it. It was nothing. It was just, I woke up like the Undertaker, nigga. My name's Damon.
I had a couple names.
Like, literally, that's it.
I had Sir Mir at first. SIR apostrophe MIR, Sir Mir. Then I had Jeremiah. I thought about Jeremiah for a couple hours. And then I was just gonna keep Diamond because Diamond is a neutral name. It's a neutral name. It can go for a man.
You could definitely go for it.
Yeah. What I did was I don't have the video no more. This just popped in my head. People don't know this, but what I did was when I picked the name, I used to have people say it to me, like, call me this and see how I feel about it. Yeah, so when I came up with SirDiamond, I made a video and I'm like, say my name SirDiamond, like call me SirDiamond. And it really started to feel like that like, yeah, so I'm like, that's a cool last name. And it's different.
For nickname Sir, that's hard.
And it's a conversation starter. I'm like SirDiamond, like SirDiamond, like that's really your name? Yeah.
Too.
Man.
They go hard though.
Then you meet some niggas like, I ain't calling you Sir. And I'm like, well, that's my name.
Nigga, Sir.
Like always, I'm gonna ask him a couple questions, and we just gonna hear his story and his point of view of when he came out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we met on social media.
Social media, Facebook, for
Yeah, Facebook. Probably like how long ago though? Cause I tried in my search since 17, but you had already been talking about trans before I even got on the internet talking about trans.
Yeah, I've been transitioning, like I said, mentally. Around 15, 16, then actually physically transitioned.
How did you know what trans was at 15, bro?
Okay, so I remember
when you was 15, what year was that? 2016?
2014.
2014. Okay.
I start looking my symptoms up. No, I ain't gonna lie. I started looking up cause I was in Western Psych school. Like at this point, I'm like, nah, there's.
And that's Philadelphia.
No, Pittsburgh.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, PA.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from the bird. Fuck what you heard. But look, I was around 13, 14 when I realized that this is more than being attracted to females.
Mm-hmm.
I actually might feel too deep into this. Like it's deeper than a stud or you know what I'm saying, anything like that. It was like my brain did not match my body. Like I didn't feel like I was a regular person. I don't know. And then around 15, 16, there's this dude named Giovanni Carter. He from New York. And I remember
light-skinned dude.
He a dark skin. He actually look a little similar to you. You know what I'm saying? I look up to him to this day. I texted him, you know what I'm saying, a couple years ago telling him that I look up to him. But he was a trans nigga from New York. And I followed his whole transition. And I remember his voice just getting deeper. And I'm like, yo, like I can get out of this body?
Bro, yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah.
I remember that realization, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like realizing you can escape.
That's how I seen it too. I was scrolling on Instagram.
Yeah, and just realizing that like you can finally escape because I feel like I had a very deep depression that I did not know anything about. But seeing trans people that's actually a thing, I'm like, oh shit, like that's exactly what I am. Like I'm not just I just don't like.
I don't feel crazy. Like this is something.
Exactly.
Yeah. How did you come out to your mom? And what age did you come out?
So I kind of gave her signals my whole life, but were they signals to you that that you knew she was going to get, or they were signals that I peaked as I grew older. That they were signals to telling her like I do not feel comfortable with my body. I don't these don't match. But anyway, I actually told her around probably like 16. I was not living with her though. My biological aunt, which was her sister, was my foster mom. I know it's hard to edit.
No, I get it. No, because I lived with my auntie
too.
Yeah,
my aunt was my foster mom because I was in the CYF system. But the one day my mom came over, and my little brother, which is my actual little cousin, which is my aunt's son that I was living with, he was going through puberty. He got a deeper voice, and they were like hyping him. And I said, I can't wait until my voice gets deeper. And my mom and aunt just looked at me like, what? That shit's not gonna happen. Like pretty much like that shit ain't gonna happen. I'm just giving them kind of clues like I'm about to. Yes, it is. My mom was really Christian, like, so you can't just come up to my mom and be like, yeah, I identify as a boy. She's going to be like, get the fuck out of my face.
Right, yeah.
Like on some real shit, like, what are you talking about? She grown way more now. She's very accepting now. 16, I started giving her kind of clues, and 17, I told her, like, call me he, and I'm not playing.
Then I'm not playing.
I'm serious. I really do. One thing I don't play about, I'll die about it because I don't care to. I'll die about, you're not going to call me the wrong pronouns intentionally.
I'm big on
the pronouns too. If you do an accident, that's cool. That's fine. I understand I was born a certain way, but purposely that's disrespectful towards me, and I never played disrespect even before I transitioned, so you're not going to disrespect me.
So how was it when she was getting to the point of accepting you? So you started to transition. You wasn't living with her anymore. So how was that relationship between you and your mom during that time as you in the beginning of your transition?
So I was awarded a court, and the court had to say so more than my mom. So I would talk to my caseworker about how I felt, and even if my mom agreed or disagreed, it didn't matter because it was like I'm going this way. But my mom started looking into it. She started actually going to certain groups to get involved into like what is going on with my child, pretty much. Because my mom loved me. It wasn't like she didn't. It was just that she was like, this is, in her eyes, this is the devil in a way. So she started going to groups. She started getting involved, and she said this is her words. She seen a video of a transgender kid with their parents, and their parents like kind of like, it's not gonna happen. Like, I'm not with none of this. And she kind of questioned herself. Is that me as a parent? I started going to the doctors, and the doctors started talking to her about the hormone therapy, and I cried to her, and I told her, like, Mom, I don't want to feel this way, but I do. This is strong, and you're gonna end up losing your child, and not just your daughter. You're gonna lose your child because it don't matter what gender I am. If I'm gone, I'm gone. So she's like, I have to look. She pretty much had to make that choice. I love my child for who they are now. And you kind of have not force people to accept you, but like you have to make sure that they know that this is not an option for you. Like, this is not a negotiable for you to call me any type of pronoun. Like, I told you, call me he and all that. So she came around, like, eventually. I can't say a certain time where it was like, this is the exact time she started, but it slowly came into, now I'm 25 years old. She called me, hey son.
I think that's one of the common questions that I get when people say, like, oh, I came out to my mom and my mom's not accepting of it, or my parents or my guardian's not accepting of it. And I tell them, like, sometimes you got to give people time, because
you really do.
You're not only transitioning, but the people around you now have to transition, because you're going from she to he. I transitioned at 18, and I realized you've seen Diamond for 18 years. And now, even though I just started, you still kind of see Diamond. I don't have a deep voice yet. I don't have facial hair yet. I still got my chest. It's kind of hard for somebody to fathom when they don't even understand the feeling that I'm going through. They can't oh, you're about to be a guy? Like, you say you're a man?
That's a
like,
mature mindset, bro. There's not a lot of people have it.
Yeah, and so that'd be my advice that I give people. Like, you have to give people time. And even when I came out, I did tell everybody, my pronouns are he, him, and I stand on that. But like you said, like, family. So for family, like, I gave them time. It wasn't like I took my first shot and it was like, you better not call me she or you cut off. Like, I gave them time. I gave them time, but like around 7-8 months, like, no, we not finna keep playing this game. I'm finna get ready to be here.
I got like 3 chin hairs.
Yeah, like, no. That doesn't mean don't stand on who you are.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying that.
But you do have to be aware that you're changing, so everybody has to change, especially if they love you and you love them. You have to be able to give them time and give them space to be like, okay, this is happening. Because for my mother, like, even though my mother wasn't against it, my mom didn't believe that I was on testosterone until she actually started seeing the changes. She didn't even believe me. Like, probably like a whole year in, I'm like, yeah, mom, I take testosterone. I'm like, yeah, mom, you see my chin hairs going? She's like, boy, so you ain't got nothing.
So you took testosterone like by yourself? I took testosterone. My mom had to sign papers.
No, I was literally 18 years old. So I didn't live with my mom from 16 on up. I didn't live with my mom. So by the time I turned 18, I was signing all the paperwork for myself.
Okay. When did you start getting at least a little upset when people start calling you she? Like, because I know, like, we got called she, like, obviously growing up. When did you start, like, fuck no, don't call me that? Like, when that start actually getting to your core, like, I don't like
probably when I got to the point where I was half middle, half not. Like, you go in, like, that awkward stage where you go, and like you said earlier in a debate, like, I felt comfortable going into the girls' bathroom because I didn't fully look like who I said I was, or you felt more comfortable going in there. So that was the time where I usually got irritated because it's like, I've been on testosterone for almost a year and I'm still kind of getting he, still kind of getting she. Like, so that would be the time, and that's when I would like stand on it like, no, I'm he. Like, my pronouns are he. I am a guy. I am a boy.
I feel like me was when I, like, before I even fit the part, like fit. Passed as a male, like, it was when I was still going to girls' bathroom. I was like, call me he.
Even though it wasn't something that I seen and I knew that it wasn't accepted so worldwide or so much when I did come out, even as a stud, it didn't affect me. It didn't bother me because I always had that personality or that type of masculine energy towards me to where I didn't care what nobody else said anyway. My family was okay with it. That was the plus, but nothing that anybody outside could have said to me. One, because my mom has said the most hurtful shit that I could hear from anybody. Yeah. So there's nothing that anybody outside that can say something that will hurt me. My cup do get filled sometimes and I get overwhelmed. But it's nothing that somebody could be like, oh, you're living it so wrong, like you're doing this, that will affect me so much. Because it's like,
one thing we agree with is not having the experience of a woman. Like, even though people always be like, you were born this way, so you have to be that way. And it's like,
that's
they
because when they hear you,
never really been that. Like,
when they hear you say you're born a female, they immediately think woman and dress and nails and all the most feminist things. And I have to tell them, like, bro, I never even got a chance to live as a woman. That's why I told the dude earlier, I'm like, I never even got a chance to live as a woman. Like, I was a little girl and I experienced ballies and beads and my mom dressed me up as a little kid. But once I got into a teenager, I was a little nigga.
Once you turn that 12, 13, that's when it's like, nigga, you're not seeing. The one time, the crazy part is, I remember going in 7th grade, I came in my class with baby doll shoes and this half shirt said OMG. Somebody was like, yo, you finally dressed like a girl. I'm like, I wasn't dressed like a girl this whole time. I didn't even know I was. I didn't even know who I was.
It's also the energy that you carry.
Yeah, they're like, oh wow. I'm like,
dude, I wore a dress my 8th grade graduation. The principal didn't even know who I was. She walked past me 3 times until they called my name on stage and was like, Diamond Jones. And I walked. She was like, they didn't even know. Like, my friends cracked on me, like, and it was also a joke because they didn't believe me. I kept telling everyone, I'm like, I'm going to wear a dress on graduation because it was from my mother. And I told my mother, like, once I get to high school, I'm not wearing no guys' clothes. I'm going to be as comfortable as I can when I get to high school. And so I did it for my mother, but I kept telling them, I'm like, I'm gonna wear a dress, I'm gonna wear heels, I'm gonna wear everything, I'm gonna wear this, and they were like, no, you're not. And I showed up like that. They was like, dude, you really did that.
Yeah.
you really put on this girl clothes. But I did it for my
how'd you
mother.
feel?
Oh, so uncomfortable. But I know how to walk in heels. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. I know how to walk in heels. Walking in them motherfuckers like Beyonce ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, I was super uncomfortable. And it was the fact that I walked to school like that, so guys could have been looking at me, and that made me uncomfortable. It was, I'm wearing a dress and it's so fitted and it's so tight all up on me. That made me uncomfortable. I had a wig on because I had locks on. I didn't want to do nothing with my locks. So my mom put the wig on them. And I'm like, man, I felt like a costume.
Yeah.
I felt like I had on a costume.
That's exactly
for a couple hours, you know?
That's exactly
as soon as I got home, the first thing I did was take everything off.
That's a beautiful example. That's a perfect example of what it feels like if I had to be forced to transition. Like, I would be feeling like I'm in a costume.
Yeah, because like, even though I'm making fun of it, like, people laugh, like, oh my God, that's what you got on. But that, me putting on those clothes and the first thing people would do is laugh, tells you, like, I've never been like, feminine like that. Yeah, like, who the fuck is this? Like, that's a joke. Like, we get that you're a girl, but you don't act like a girl. You don't look like a girl.
Do you ever get depressed for the fact that you are trans?
I used to in the early stages, but now it's like,
you're kind of happy about it?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy and so much more confident. I don't usually have bad days about my gender or anything like that. I get bottom dysphoria sometimes, especially when I have to put my prosthetic on because I have to look at that area down there to even put it on. But like, I don't really experience bottom dysphoria a lot. I don't usually experience body dysphoria a lot.
As a trans person that is not around a lot of trans people and being around you, I appreciate you for sharing your story and everything and being open, because not a lot of trans people are like that. But also, I want to get advice from you, because as a trans person, I feel like, I don't know why, but when I first started transitioning, I was the happiest I've ever been. Mm-hmm. But it seems like as I'm growing older, I get more insecure about me being trans. I actually hate it to a point where I kind of don't want to be on the depressing shit, but like I honestly like have a feeling where it's like I don't want to be here. I don't want to keep dealing with this gender dysphoria, because it's like when I transitioned with testosterone, it was like, okay, I fixed this, but I gotta fix that now. All right, top surgery. All right, I fixed this. Be happy for a little bit. No, I gotta fix this, and it just keeps going from part to part and just picking at myself. So what advice do you have for people like me, and it's like dealing with that constant gender dysphoria, and it's like it makes you not even want to be there in reality?
If I allow myself to wake up every day and look in the mirror and be like, damn, bro, you still not a man, like you still not there, like this is not enough, like you gotta do more, I'm gonna keep fighting every day. Every day it's gonna be a battle. Every day it's gonna be a fight. The world is already enough pressure, so to fight myself every day is even worse. That's hard.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta be in your corner. You gotta be the first one in it.
Nigga, don't say no real shit like.
I'm just saying.
Had me thinking about that for days.
No, bro, but for real, like that's it. Yeah.
Like I said, you know, I feel like a lot of trans people, period, they don't have no one to talk to. Mm-hmm. And I want to speak for the people that do have this stronger ass gender dysphoria that is pretty much telling you, like, you should just not even be here. You know? Mm-hmm. I just always have these high ass expectations of myself, and when I reach to a point where, say, when I was happy as fuck when I first started, but I was happy because I felt like I was going to be free from the change that I've been dealing with for so long. And then when I, reached to the peak of being like I passed and I got top surgery and I still have those chains, it's still like, damn, like, when am I ever going to be free?
So I understand why you felt like you had high expectations, but that's not your fault to carry. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I had to learn with my situation. I carried a lot of stuff that I didn't need to carry. That was my mom's situation. She didn't know how to be a parent. She had me at 15. Mm-hmm. She didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? She's just doing the best she can do in her scenario. She didn't grow up with her parents. She didn't grow up with her mom. She was in foster care. She ran away. She went to jail. She had a rough childhood all the way up until she was 15 and had me. Went to jail after she had me. Came back and got me when she was 19, and now she got to be a parent at 19 and don't know how to be. Never had a mom to show her how to be a mom, you know? So I'm able to forgive her for that because I know it wasn't taught to her. She was doing what she can do. But I had to grow up and realize like I don't have to, even though I went through that, I don't have to carry that. I don't have to look like what I came from. I don't have to carry that abuse.
That's a strong fucking statement. You don't have to look where you came from. Damn.
So hearing you say like, how do I deal with the high expectations that I have for myself that caused me to have depression? You just gotta nip that in the bud and really focus on why am I still carrying high expectations? Do I feel like I need to have these high expectations? Because everybody have goals. What are your goals for yourself? Those should be your expectations, not what, okay, my mom said set the bar this high, that's what it should be. No. It's about you. You living your life. You got to do this every day. So what's more comfortable for you? What works for you? What's going to push you every day? That should be the drive.
Yeah.
That's always the motivation.
That shit, nigga. Can you choose to like men right now? Can you look at men and be like, okay, I want to start liking men. Can you do that? Can you start being attracted to them?
To wake up one day and be like, okay, I think I want to try to be with a dude. I can't.
So
I can't.
What you're pretty much saying is like, you can look at a male and be like, yeah, your feminine energy is attractive, but can I actually have feelings?
Would I'd acknowledge that energy and be like, oh, I'm attracted to your energy? No, but I know that for myself, like, I like feminine energy, and some men have high feminine energy. Gay men.
Do you think that you would ever be just attracted, but actually engage in that conversation? Like even if it was a choice, you like. Well, I don't like I said, I don't believe sexuality is a choice, but say for instance there was a gay man that had high feminine energy, and you are you're attracted to females. Can you choose to be attracted to him and really pursue this relationship? Yes, you can, pursue the relationship obviously with, the intentions of like, okay, I'm
wise enough to know that wouldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't like guys, so it wouldn't go anywhere. I'm not going to be able to kiss you and be comfortable. I'm not going to be able to rub you and touch you and feel comfortable. I'm not going to be able to get in the shower with you and feel comfortable. I'm not going to be able to lay in a bed with you and feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I can recognize that I'm attracted to your energy, but I can also recognize that that's not something that I'm going to be able to date or engage in. No, not at all.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Not at all.
So
that happens a lot with trans men though, and
to get on
testosterone and be attracted to men.
I swear to God, I heard that.
That happens to a lot of trans men because and I'm open and honest and I'm comfortable in my masculinity energy, so I'm able to give compliments like, bro, you look good, you look nice, you look like a good dude, like, but I know I'm not gonna fuck with you or nothing. And I'm not the type to egg you on to make you feel like you can either. I'm gonna let you know up front, like, I'm not gay, I don't like guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like niggas. Like, you got a sister? I don't crack her, you know what I'm saying? But I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I can recognize that. But like to go as far as like in a relationship and talking and flirt. I'm friends with this gay guy right now and he be trying to, oh, I wish you was here. Like, let's tone that down. Like, you're a cool dude, but like, let's tone that down. Like, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Or some dudes speak in a way where they always want to call people babe. Let's not do that over here. Let's not do that over here.
Much.
Yeah, so
only because it's like let's respect each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's a choice to experiment.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not a choice to be attracted.
Yeah.
Because you can choose.
Because when I was a girl, I didn't choose to be attracted to girls.
Yeah, exactly. Since you did get touched by a man, do you think you already had the experience with a man that already kind of made you realize, like, I'm not attracted to this. Like, this is not something I'm attracted to. The
answer would still be no, because like I said, I had a boyfriend. I had a little boyfriend as a kid.
Yeah.
And, as kids, everybody experiment a little, even when they're not supposed to, I was humping on girls. I felt way more happier humping on girls than this grown-ass man touching on me or me going to go have this little boyfriend and twerking on him. I feel way more comfortable with being with a girl, I just cannot. Because I even talk to females and I'm like, your first time, like, you wanted to do that? Like, you wanted to be penetrated? Like, you wanted that to happen? And I'm asking these questions because I wanted to see, did I experienced it the right way? Like, did I try the right way? They wanted that. I did not. I've never woke up and been like, let me just try it before I feel like I really like girls. Let me just try to get penetrated. Let me just try to have sex. No.
Yeah, that's interesting as fuck.
Not at all. Have you ever tried? Like, you ever thought about
actually
wanting to
have sex?
Mm-hmm. With a guy?
Thought about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like when I was younger, like
Bro, I've never.
Like, not like, oh, I want to, but it was like, how would I even feel comfortable in that situation?
Yeah, that's how I looked at it.
I wouldn't say like, oh my gosh, I'm craving it right now. But I would say like, what would I even do? Like, I don't. Bro, man,
I understand, bro.
No, look at me real quick. Look me in my eyes, bro.
Bro, I understand,
bro.
I understand, bro.
Look me in my eyes right
Bro,
now.
I understand, bro.
Why would I look right? Bending it over. No, look me in my eyes.
No, nigga. Because now I think about ass slapping.
Me arching my back.
I wasn't even going to get that, nigga. My
So,
last question for you, so we can end our video, then we can talk.
Okay.
Being on your own and being an adult and a black man in society, how has that been? Like, have you had encounter with police? Have you had a bad experience at work or in public?
I got literally pulled over by the police while parked. I ain't know I could get pulled over parked, nigga.
Mm.
Yeah, black man got it fucking hard, nigga. And then, like, I feel as though my situation right now, I would love for, my girlfriend to be, have her family.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a con. Not, I wouldn't say a con of being a black man, but just, a lot of people are against just black people in general. Mm-hmm. So it's like, being a black man, I feel like I'm never accepted anywhere. And especially as a black trans male, because I realized they're two different experiences, but very similar.
Mm-hmm. My biggest thing I had to learn was like the stereotypes against black men.
Yeah.
Especially the appearance. I know as a girl, you can walk up to little kids and be like, "Oh, she's a cute little baby." I can't be grown ass man to be like, "She's so cute."
But I don't think that's
that little baby.
I don't think that's just black males. I think that's males. Period.
Yeah.
You can't go to no playground like, "Oh, these kids cute as hell." I agree. Here, bro.
And then the aggression, they assume like you are the aggressor.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I'm walking up the street, I'm just casually walking, and the women will cross the street and walk on the other side because they don't know what they're getting into when they walk past me and stuff. Like, that's something that I had to get used to, because I'm like, dang, like, I'm actually a fun, outgoing person. Like, I just want to know what your favorite color is. Like, did you listen to Rod Wave's new album? Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out Sir Gang, you feel me? Shout out my boy Day Day, you feel me? Make sure y'all go to his channel, cause you gonna post it on YouTube. Yeah. Make sure y'all go to his channel. And I'm gonna have your stuff in the link. I'm gonna have your stuff in the description, so everybody can click your TikTok and your YouTube and your Instagram and your Facebook, whatever you want anybody to find you on. His stuff gonna be in the description. Appreciate y'all for watching. You feel me? Until next time. This nigga, he wanna be a gangbanger so bad.